issue there with the connection, so I've restarted the stream. Fingers crossed we're back online. Apologies about that, I just noticed it in the corner of my eye. I've just checked the championship race there. We've got wet weather in the championship race. Okay, yeah, cool, we're back online. Apologies to those, well, apologies generally, because we're now going to have two different streams for one race, but what can you do? The connection hasn't been the best. And to be honest, this game is doing a lot of people's heads in, so, you know, it is what it is. It may be my connection, it may be the game. Who cares? So we're with the leader then. Him and Puggy have stayed out. Again, there's still that Williams side issue of what the game is doing here, because I move, and obviously that'll give Vico a lasting... I think we'll have the safety car for one more lap, is it? Yeah. Not going in just yet. We've still got the AlphaTauri, who will be leaky, catching up to the back of the pack. Again, we've got another Mercedes there in the middle of the pack where you shouldn't be. Just sort of adds to the game, you know, adds to the spice of a poorly developed game. Fingers crossed then the stream stays alive. I've decreased the quality, so apologies if it looks like a potato, but it has to be done. I'm not going to risk having 3 separate videos for one live stream. Vico getting some heat into those tyres. He's going to want to get the rears warmed up before the throttle bug comes up. The throttle bug always applies to the front, sorry, to every driver when the safety car comes in. Maybe that's to just maintain this annoying when you're trying to heat up your rears and the game says no, you can't. Driving straight through it. Let's see what happens at the front of the grid then. It's up to Vico to get us underway. He's going to wait until they're on the apex and then put his foot to the floor and get this race back underway. It's green flag racing, no overtaking to the start finish line. Buggy's been done here by the Mercedes, sorry, the Williams. There's a huge gap already, a 3-second gap to the leader. That's not what you want to see. As all the cars now steam down into turn 1. Are we going to get all clean through? The Williams getting blue flagged, I think, to stay out of the way. Got wheel-to-wheel action, and it's Stubby got stuck on the curb there a little bit. He's kept it together. It's a yellow flags. The Mercedes of Annoyed Gamer out of the race. DNF'd in the wrong position to begin with anyway. No fault of his own, I'm sure, just the game. But again, when you're surrounded by drivers, you shouldn't be there. You're just going to get swamped. Whether he was blue flagged and ghosted. There's another driver off. Who is that? Is it Cools? Yes. It's another DNFer who chose to stay out entirely. He didn't box. He stayed out on the mediums, which was a questionable decision, and it's resulted in his DNF. The rest of the drivers getting along okay then. Again, a huge gap already. Vico extending 3 seconds after 1 lap of green flag racing. And going wheel to wheel there, the Alpine and the Williams deck all over the back. ERS will have harvested throughout the yellow flag safety car period. There's a McLaren going wide there. I think it was maybe just a connection drop. Let's keep our eyes on the time then. Got a close battle between Frax and reuse of the Ferrari and... or two Ferraris even, sorry. As they all dive into turn one. Everyone looks to have made it through once again. Okay. Getting warning connections again about that connection. This has never happened before. We've got a Haas. Smith off the track. Has he kept it alive? Yes, he has. Fresh mediums. Again, I'm not sure why he's on the mediums, but he's been unable to keep it on the road. So he finds himself plumb last, 6.5 seconds behind the pack. He's going to need another safety car. And the gap to the front extending lap by lap. 3 seconds at the end of the last. 3.6 now. We've got a good battle going on here, wheel to wheel through into the final sector, and the Alfa Romeo stays ahead. The Ferrari's going to look to bounce back. Looks like he had more in the tank there coming through that corner, but he had to stay behind. As DRS gets enabled, he took a lot of curb there. That's compromised his exit big time. And let's see if Reuse makes a move. On deck we got Vlad closing in on Big Puggy in P2, who stayed out. Obviously Vlad has the freshest tyres. He doesn't necessarily have to pit again. The two in front of him do have to pit at least one more time. So net P1 is Vlad, currently on course for his third RPM win in a row if he keeps it on track. We're approaching the halfway point of this race. Now 4.5 second gap to P2. Obviously he still has to pit, but so does Puggy. So Puggy's going to drop